So we are honored to have Mr. Justin M. Bibb, Cleveland's 58th mayor, a driving force for change and innovation in our city. Mayor Bibb brings over 15 years of diverse experience in government, business, and nonprofits. He's here today to share his vision for Cleveland and its role in Ohio's thriving and absolutely growing tech ecosystem. Mayor Bibb.
I didn't work out this morning yet. That's why I need that little jog over. Well, good morning. It is so great to welcome you all here to kick off the first ever Ohio VC Fest. And I'm really excited that we're having this conversation and kicking it off in what I believe is emerging as the new capital of the Midwest in the land right here. And as we reflect on this conference and as you kick off this conference, I want to just spend a few minutes of my time this morning talking about the role of government to drive innovation and entrepreneurship. I don't believe that government creates jobs. Here's what I do believe. I believe we create the conditions for opportunity and progress and inclusive economic growth in our respective cities. I certainly believe that. And you know, when I took office, I recognized that there were some fundamental things we had to do as a city to make sure that Cleveland lived up to its long-term potential. The first of which is having a modern city for the 21st century. We all knew that during the pandemic, we were ranked the least connected city in the United States, the least connected. And in just 20 months, we have laid a foundation to be one of the most connected cities in the nation. First and foremost, just 2 weeks ago, using $20 million of American Rescue Plan investments, we are now going to be working with Digital Sea and Microsoft to connect up to 50,000 families in our city to high-speed broadband. That's important because access to the internet is not a luxury in this economy. It is a basic, fundamental right, a basic right to compete in today's knowledge-based economy. But beyond just connecting families to high-speed broadband, we also believe that every part of our city should have access to fiber, because fiber is going to drive and enable all the new technologies we're going to see in the future. And so we've also leveraged our $20 million investment to attract a $500 million investment to lay fiber in every part of our city, partnering with Sci-Fi Technologies. This will allow Cleveland to be what I believe the best tech city in the Midwest in the future. Secondly, for decades, we as a city did not have a strategy to drive traded sector job growth in our community. And let me tell you why that's important and give you a couple of data points around that. Over the last 2 decades, we have lost nearly 20% of all jobs in every part of our city. And while the United States experienced a roughly 11% increase in traded sector job growth over that same time, Cleveland experienced a negative 5% decline. Negative 5% decline in traded sector job growth. Why did we miss out on that moment? Well, we didn't have a strategy to attract and retain good-paying jobs in the urban core of our city. And so last year, we did a study with the Sorensen Institute, and we found that the city of Cleveland actually owns 1,000 acres of brownfield sites all across our city. And so we're taking $50 million of ARPA funding to turn those 1,000 acres of vacant brownfield land to create greenfield job sites in the urban core of our city, predominantly in the east side, to make sure that we have a walk-to-work agenda in Cleveland. And early studies show that this strategy can create up to 65,000 new direct and indirect jobs. That's important because almost every week, City Hall, JumpStart, Team Neo, Jobs Ohio, we're getting calls from across the country for smart manufacturing firms, healthcare firms. They need 20 acres of land, 30 acres of land, 40 acres of land, but we don't have the land ready to go. We're gonna change that equation right here in Cleveland. The last thing I wanna talk about is the importance of changing the brand of Cleveland and changing the brand of Ohio. Before I became mayor, I spent nearly 10 years living in New York, DC, and in London. And in every city I traveled to, I said, Cleveland has the same assets, if not better. But we have done a terrible job branding our city for the next generation. Well, since I took office, we've been crisscrossing the country talking about why this is Cleveland's moment. From our world-class waterfronts we're getting ready to embark on, a nearly $6 billion CapEx investments to make us sure that we have one of the best waterfronts in the world, to ensuring that we have a strong agenda to create good jobs in the urban core of our city, to really make sure that inclusive growth is something we can realize in every part of Cleveland, Ohio. But you all here today have a role in that equation, making sure we take big risk, take big bets, and ensure that the least among us are part of that equation too. And as your mayor, count me as a willing partner and champion to make that dream a reality in every part of our city. So again, thanks for having me. Thanks for bringing this conference to Cleveland. And let's meet the moment, not just for Cleveland, not just for Ohio, but for the nation. Thanks so much. I appreciate you.